Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. It is I, Patrick Vallejos, your trusted host. And we are broadcasting live from Phoenix, Arizona. Today, we have some documents, state's response to defendant's motion to preserve and produce specific evidence. Nick basically just kind of bitched did it in front of his girlfriend. Smacked him with the glove. I challenge you to a duel. What's up, Tamby? Beth Gonzalez. I don't know how long this stream's going to be. I need to go to bed early. I got a long road trip tomorrow. Going to my grandmother's. Good to see you, Andy Kane, Barbara Gordon, Tam B, Beth Gonzalez, Miss Dog Lover. Just been watching Trump versus Zelensky. Wasn't that a shit show? What a shit show. Let's go ahead and share my screen with you. Peggy O. Hola, ¿cómo estás? So I'm going to wait like maybe a minute or two. So if you guys want to chop it up about anything, we can kind of sidebar it. Sup, Jerry? Statler Mayo. What's your fancy name? So fancy. Have you guys seen this yet? I figured everybody'd be live right now. I didn't even check. I got back from the airport. Came back from Jane's Deli. Ooh, that shit bomb. And then I went. Country girl. Country girls are the best. My wife's a country girl, and I'm a country boy. I wasn't always from the big city. Barbara says, no, I'm far behind. Yep, I'm going to read all of this for you, and then we're going to look at one of the letters that Ricci to Leland and expose lies. I'm thinking of a group of people supporting Richard Allen. I mean, they're basically worshiping at his feet. He's become like some kind of weird idol, and everything is based on a lie. The whole Frank's memo is nothing but more shit like what Nick is pointing out in these documents here. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Just more lies. So we'll give everybody maybe another minute or two, and then I'm just going to dive right in. It's actually pretty interesting. What's up, Chuck? All right, you guys ready to see a smackdown? I mean, this literally was like a bitch slap. Just whoosh. Hey, Beth, I wonder how the Richard Allen is innocent crowd took this. I mean, they just pick and choose what they want. They live in a delusional world. They really don't care. All I know is that they don't find this whole Richard Allen thing very exciting. So they got to create some kind of new fantasy land. Man, fucking computer's going so slow. They tried to attack and tried to troll me. Yeah, don't go saying facts to the cult. You know, that's like rat poison for them. Truth, evidence, and factual information, non bias, no confirmation bias whatsoever. That shit is strychnine. It's like water to the wicked witch. I'm melting. What a world. What a world. Yeah, exactly. So the usual. Well, that's why we're here. We're here at the adult table. We're here to talk about logic, facts, agree to disagree, have an open discussion, and I'm happy if you can prove me wrong. All right. Let's go through this. So I'm pretty sure this was typed up by Slick Nick, the boss man. Okay, now comes the state of Indiana by prosecuting attorney Nicholas C. McClellan, aka the boss, aka all right, all right, all right, aka Slick Nick, and respectfully asks the court to deny the defendant's verified motion to preserve and produce specific evidence in their motion to set this matter for a hearing in their entirety. The state would ask the court to consider the following. Now, this is hilarious, guys. I mean, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Because if Richard Allen is an innocent man, his attorneys, they're fucked. Like, I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense. I'm baffled. Thank you, Miss Doglover. Just me, myself, and I. Court reporters type those transcripts on the spot at the hearings. No, this isn't a hearing. This is not a hearing. This is something that Nick typed up. But I know what you're talking about. Second they hear I'm against Allen, oh yeah. What? Not Bay. Not Ricky Bay. Charles says I didn't expect much from Nick. Yeah, he bitch slapped him on this one. You know, you can tell he's getting very sick and tired of the bullshit. The tactics, the unethical tactics by Baldwin are becoming an embarrassment. I mean, he needs to really cool it or it could affect his future. You know, he's like, oh my God, I've never been so popular. Well, that's what happens when you find a cult and they elect you their fearless leader. Yeah, Charles, I felt bad for him. Like, this is really bad. You know? I mean, you just think about what the defense presented for Richard Allen. They didn't present anything. They wasted all this damn time on the Odinism, knowing that there wasn't a nexus. They stayed away from the Ricci Davis, Ron Logan, Keegan Kline stuff because Rosie's girlfriend, Aki, represented those two. So there's a conflict of interest. Rosie's not going to step back. He needs all this attention, right? Remember his little dance? Hoo, 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 hoo. You know, he's ready for the spotlight. That's what I've been waiting for, Baldwin. That's what I've been waiting for. When's it going to be my time? I don't think it's your opinions, Charles. What's going on, Miranda? Miranda Lee. All right, let's continue on here. That as the court has already outlined in its February 14th, 2024 order that there is no authority for the defense to request that the evidence be preserved by the state, and the state would ask the court to deny the same. Miranda Lee says, we can't trust a prison snitch. True, but it and it's not even saying that he's lying here. He's just saying, look at the evidence. The dude, he's known for making false claims. And there's no proof to back up anything that he's saying. He didn't say that Ricci's lying. He didn't say, oh, I don't buy any of this. All he's saying is, hey, there's no proof. And I can't use it. We're not going after Keegan Kline. We're not going after Ron Logan. All of the discoveries designed for Richard Allen. What is this? Not Noe. What are you doing? Trolling poor Noe? He's going to freak out. He's going to go attack somebody's grandmother. Yeah, I'm pretty cocky too. I don't know. I can handle my shit. I don't care. And I don't run my mouth. All right. That the defense in their motion also asks the state to produce specific evidence demonstrating exculpatory evidence for the defendant. So let's take a look at something. So I keep hearing Baldwin use that word, exculpatory.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I don't think he knows what it means, which would be shocking. Not. What's up, Lulu? All right. That the state has outlined that this in previous filings, but discovery is evidence in a case that the state intends to use at trial or evidence that tends to exonerate the defendant, referred to as exculpatory evidence. Not all information gathered in an investigation is discovery, right? There's millions of people that they've interviewed. That never went into discovery or was mentioned in the courtroom. I mean, they didn't even bring up Keegan Kline. what Ricci Davis told attorney Baldwin is false. And now it's kind of proven that Baldwin doesn't care that it was false. He was kind of trying to give him the old wink. Hey, guy, you willing to, scratch my back? I'll scratch your back. The attorney Andrew Baldwin had an opportunity to fact check. What? I don't think he's done that one time. Yeah, I still think he believes the yellow rope was used to string the girls up. I still think that he believes that Patrick Westphal was doing some kind of a bloat ceremony and writing something on a tree 4 feet up on the ground. It's ridiculous. All right, number 5. That attorney Andrew Baldwin had an opportunity to fact check the information that Ricci Davis provided to him, but instead chose to put the information in a motion without verifying truthfulness. Ooh, Baldwin? He would never do such a thing. Did the same thing with the Franks memo. And also leaked crime scene photos. Now all his little minions, they think it's cool, right, to go share the crime scene photos. Oh, look. The truth will be shown. The light will be brought. The darkness will be brought to the light. Shut the fuck up. You are the darkness. And you'll never be brought to the light. You love the darkness, and that's where you're going to stay. All you slithering little snakes. All right, number 7, that as the court can see from the list, Ricci Davis did not send the state 8 letters. Wait, you mean to tell me that they're embellishing on the facts here? That's unheard of. I mean, Baldwin would never do that. He only sent 3 letters. Wow, well, he's only off by 5. 1 letter on October 4th, 2025. 1 letter on October 15th, 2025. What happened to all the letters that he supposedly sent in 2017? Wow. I mean, are you guys seeing? The hell? That was like a gnat. Miss Dog Lover. So apparently he sent him 3 letters. Whatever happened to Ron Logan confessing to him, coming out in 2017 and giving information that only the killer would know, before he was ever released to the public? What happened to that? All right. That the state was able to recover 2 of the 3 letters. Uh-oh. We're missing one, guys. That's the one. That is the one that will exonerate Richard Allen. The letter sent on October 4th, 2024, and the letter sent on October 21st, 2025, here in attached states exhibits 2 and 3. That the letters sent by Ricci Davis are not exculpatory for Richard Allen and therefore are not. Shouldn't an attorney know that? The letters, in fact, accuse Richard Allen. See, this is the kicker, guys. Ricci writes a letter to the prosecutor, and it says that Richard Allen is guilty. I don't remember why it wasn't brought during the trial, because they have to say, well, actually, he accused Richard Allen of being one of the killers, right? So now he's useless. But if we do it in this unethical way, to manipulate social media and to exploit, these public filings in the way that they do, You got to wonder why they're doing it. That the letter dated October 4th, 2025 is titled Information on Logan-Kline and Richard Allen. And I'm from with Logan-Kline stuff. Don't running around going, look, Ron Logan, Logan-Kline, and Richard Allen. Proof. Because there is no proof. It's just some jailhouse snitch. And I told you guys when this information first broke, what did I say to you guys? I said, I don't really know right now what to think because I don't know what Ricci Davis's history is. Now, if he has a history of reaching out to other prosecutors for other cases, then it's going to be obvious. So, here comes Nick to bitch slap. Those were actors. Well, Peggy, you would make a great mod. I'm always looking for mods that don't want to be mods. They're always the best. Okay, that the letter dated October 4th, 2025 is titled Information on Logan-Kline and Richard Allen. I told you guys. I told you. The letter goes on to implicate Richard Allen in the murders. He is the one that killed the youngest girl. That once the girls were killed, Richard Allen moved the bodies. Are you using reverse psychology on me? You're saying, please don't, but you really want me to. See, guys, I told you. Logan-Kline and Richard Allen all along. There's just no proof of it. And that's why I always tell you guys, these are my theories. This is speculation, absolutely confirmation bias. There's nothing that's really pointing at Richard Allen. It's just all of the evidence points to that in my mind and in my gut as there's a high probability that the missing information, because we don't know shit. All we know is that Richard Allen left Peru or Mexico, Indiana, went home, got changed, went to the trails and committed murder. We don't know why he did it. We don't know if he did it alone. All we know is that he's the guy on where there are other guys around, where the guys are underneath the bridge, where there are guys on the other side. That I don't know. Hey, Poos, what up? Just join. What document is this? I'm laughing my ass off. So this was just dropped by Nick. This is his response to all the Ricci Davis, and you need to preserve the letters, the 8 letters, which 5 don't even exist. And then the 2 that they're able to find in one of the letters, they actually accuse Richard Allen. So you want them to preserve letters that accuse your client? Like, what the? Can somebody please explain this to me? Let's see if it pays off. Yeah, and that's all we got right now, Miss Dog Lover. Probably communication between Anthony shots. Shit, maybe this is the one time that Ricci, the boy that cried wolf. It doesn't matter if he's telling the truth or not because there's no proof. Nobody's going to believe Logan-Kline. Nobody's going to believe Ricci Davis. Doesn't work that way. Yep, absolutely, Charles. And that's the one thing that we know for sure is that Richard Allen is the bridge guy. Unless you're some kind of weirdo and you're like, it's photoshopped. Kelsey made the video. Look at her Converse. Then she killed the girls with the Odinists with the help of Ron Logan and catfishing her sister with Kagan Klein in the Anthony Shots account. Like, what the fuck? Can't think of one. I'm behind, just started. Can you guys let me know if the audio improves? I didn't know the audio was bad. All I know is I don't stick around anywhere that I don't want to be. Nobody's twisting your hand. Can't think of one. So if you got a problem, you know where the door's at. Pooh says, I believe that the prosecution needs to keep fighting back with this type of info. Yeah, and they are. They're doing a great job. Like I said, this was a bitch slap, right in front of his mama. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Hiawatha. And that's why we're just kind of laughing at it right now. It's fucking ridiculous. And what kind of a dipshit would I be to take this information that's unproven because it supports one of my main theories? What kind of an asshole would I be? Like, guys, now we got to trust Ricci Davis, right? He's telling you exactly what I've been telling you this entire time. It's not how I roll. Not how I roll. Absolutely, Poos. Charles says, I still one killer at the scene. Yeah, that's what the facts say right now. I don't think that's what the totality of the facts say. But I think all of the timeline information and all of the provable stuff surrounding Richard Allen, yeah, that is what likely happened. It could have happened. I'm just not totally sold in on it. Hey, what's up, Renegade? Says Richard Allen is BG and the only killer in my opinion. I mean, we just don't know. How could we be so sure, How could we be so sure? The guy, he's not talking. Absolute bullshit. Charles says BG was involved. BG was Allen. Yep, that was proven in court. Proven. Anthony France, good to see you, my guy. Okay, that the letter dated October 4th, 2025 is titled Information on Keegan Klein and Richard Allen. The letter goes on to implicate Richard. Oh, can you imagine Baldwin saying, Nick, I need you to preserve this. I need you to preserve the letter goes on to implicate Richard Allen in the murders, stating that he set up the meeting with the girls. He is the one that killed the youngest girl. And that once the girls were killed, Richard Allen moved the bodies. So the only thing that I can think of is what I thought Richard Allen would do during the trial. He would use like a veiled confession or a slow leaking, like kind of plea deal. So if he could kind of present proof or evidence that he wasn't the physical killer, he wasn't the planner of the crime, he was just kind of recruited. He played a small role. So they might be going for that. They might be trying to take that approach. That would definitely take off a lot of time. Depending on if new information came out stating that, yes, Richard Allen is the bridge guy, but he's only responsible for A, B, and C. I don't know if like an Alfred plea, it wouldn't be like an Alfred plea. This would have to be like he would get his appeal And then a new tactic. It might be cutting out. Or let me refresh. How about that? Catch me on the mic. How about that? Yeah, it might be my internet connection. I think my youngest is on her tablet, and I think my wife is watching TV. And then I think my phone might be hooked up to the Wi-Fi. Here, let's try this. Usually if I stop the cam, that'll do it. Okay, let's continue on. The letter goes on to implicate Richard Allen in the murders, stating that he set up the meeting with the girls. He is the one that killed the youngest girl, and that once the girls were killed, Richard Allen moved the bodies. Remember, he said, I'm sorry for what I did to Abby. So, how is there a letter marked October 21st, 2025? Fucking time travelers. This just got creepy. Yep, this is definitely some Illuminati shit. Ricci Davis states that Ron Logan, Logan-Kline, and Rich Allen are responsible for the murders. He goes on to state that attorney Andrew Baldwin is an ignorant lawyer who was hinting me to lie for him and his client, saying that I should know how it is. Wow. That's some, if that's true, that's dirty. Some dirty shit, Baldwin. Dirty, dirty. Like he was only there to drive the robber, for instance. Yeah, it's kind of like let's say you go do an armed robbery and your friend is killed, your co-conspirator, that's a murder charge on you. Or if your friend clerk, I shot the clerk. Yes. When did you shoot him? I shot the clerk. Well, you're going to get charged with murder too. But I don't think that's what I'm talking about here. What's up, Deb? Debbie Deb. Anthony says that Baldwin is as crooked as they come. Yeah, if this shit is true, let me read this again. Ricci Davis states that Ron Logan, Logan-Kline, and Richard Allen are responsible for the murders. He goes on to state that attorney Andrew Baldwin is an ignorant lawyer who was hinting me to lie for him and his client, saying that I should know how it is. How what is? Being a snitch and doing it for all the wrong reasons? Come on, man, you should know. Come on. Come on. Typo. Sleuth blocked me like 3 years ago. I've hardly ever been blocked. We will have to send him a strongly worded letter to unblock me. Well, definitely don't do it for no reason. Yeah, if you guys are hearing some issues with the sound, I think my connection is bad all of a sudden. It's the best explanation I got. I just feel obligated to create a safe chatting environment. Plus, it throws me off. I can't stand negative. Words mean things, guys. Words can be a very magical thing. Pretty sure that's why they call it spelling. Dun, dun, dun. Did I just blow your mind? What's up, Frank? Let's see who else I missed. Cryptex. I don't know how credible is the Ricci Davis info, but a potential Ron Logan KK connection makes too much sense in my opinion. Yeah, that's probably why he said it. I'm a fisherman. I'm not a fish. Okay, that in the letter dated October 21st, 2025, a year into the future. Sean Connor. What was it? John Connor. I'm a cybernetic. Ricci Davis stated that Ron Logan, Kagan-Kline, and Richard Allen are responsible for the murders. He goes on to state that attorney Andrew Baldwin is an ignorant lawyer who was hinting me to lie for him and his client. I don't know if they needed to throw that in there. That seems like a little bit of a low blow. That although the state has diligently searched all the evidence involved in this case, the state cannot locate or even verify that the second letter sent from Ricci Davis was received by this office. Bullshit. You're hiding information, Nick. What the hell? Okay. So I text messaged my wife about the Wi-Fi. She said a bunch of things were on, so hopefully that'll help. Well, you're back now. That's what matters. You're back now, and we're at the big kids table, and we're able to look down at the lab rats and kind of make fun of them because this is getting ridiculous. It's getting to the point where even they're going to be like, it's going to be like that Homer Simpson gif that to the bushes. Like, at what point do you just say, I've been wrong? He goes on. Hold on. Okay. That James Winters did call the prosecutor's office on October 15th, 2025, and near October 21st, 2025, to verify that this office had received the letters sent by Ricci Davis. However, at that time, he did not indicate how many letters that Ricci Davis sent or when he sent them. He just called to confirm that the state had received some letters from Ricci Davis. Further, he indicated to the office that both Kagan-Kline and Ricci Davis had been subpoenaed by the defense to testify at the trial against Richard Allen. Why didn't he call them as witnesses? Like, why not? Why not? Yeah, Miranda, you can't. You know, that's why you can't believe Kagan-Kline either. When he says, hey, me and my dad were part of the murders and we parked at the cemetery and my dad went out to the crime scene and met one of his buddies out there, came back covered in mud and blood and said, we just have fun. As much as I believe that Kagan-Kline is involved, that's just not proof. Is it interesting? Yeah. But to prove that, otherwise, wouldn't that be like the big, like the Anthony Shots creator just confessed? Nobody's talking about that? No, because we know who Kagan-Kline is. Fat piece of shit liar. Hey, Katie, how you doing? I recommend you go to the beginning and watch it from the beginning. Oh, okay. Yeah, like if you don't like anything that's going on the channel and you think you're going to just complain about it, I'll just block you. Now, if you guys if you guys want to communicate with me, my email address is sleuthintuition@gmail.com. If you got something to tell me. Thank you, Lulu. Yeah, it seems to be working a little bit better. Hey, Sean, 5'4" Rick Allen never moved a 200-pound Libby German. Didn't happen. That's bullshit. You see this punching bag right here? It's 200 pounds. I'm 5'6" and I carried it up my stairs on my shoulder. I weigh 185 pounds. You just can't. I'm some oceanfront property in Arizona for sale. If you're interested. Anthony says if we only had the marathon gas station video, seems like the marathon gas station is important somehow. Well, thanks to the FBI, we'll never know. You know, that hard drive, and we still right now. Whew. And their collusion with sex trafficking and pedophilia and shit like that. I don't trust them. Yeah, and everybody seems to think that Alan like picked up the girls like this, and like went running with them or something. Like the girls probably walked on their own. I think, and the reason he moved her, his parents let him drive. He's like, if I get caught, it's not going to be because of the bridge. I was careful about that. You know, I planned this all out. But I definitely was not expecting somebody to come driving up that private drive. Not today, but yeah, we can do call-ins. Maybe Sunday when I get back into town. Oh, shit, I might even go live from my hotel. We'll see what's going on. If my wife goes to bed early, I'll just jump, you know, I'll bring my laptop and everything. I mean, really all I need is my phone, but Yeah. And I act like a bitch. But he's actually pretty stocky. He looks really skinny around that time, I do agree. He does look a little drugged out. But there's some photos where he looks like he's stocky in his upper body, like his shoulders. Hey, what's up, Boston? Karen Hick, do you think he will get an appeal? I don't know. At this point, it looks like Baldwin's trying to make himself look like a horrible attorney. So maybe that's his strategy. You know, I'll look inept, and then they'll feel sorry for him, and then they'll give him the appeal. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. But no, I don't think he'll get the appeal. But I do feel bad. I don't feel like he got very good representation. You know, I know that he's involved, but if he had a different attorney, they might have been able to talk with him and get him to talk, you know, or get him like explain to him like, hey, if you didn't do this alone, you know, you don't have to take the full responsibility. If others were involved and you just played a smaller role, I can help you. But they didn't do that at all. They're just like, up, he's an innocent man. It was Odinism. And we're not going to bring up Ron Logan and Keegan-Kline until he's already convicted and sentenced to 130 years. I mean, I just don't get it. I was hoping you guys could explain it to me. Evidence that Ricci Davis supplied to attorney Andrew Baldwin has not matching the physical evidence found at the scene. The state therefore finds the information that Ricci Davis supplied is not credible. I don't know. He did mention a carpet cutter. Question is when. You know, Baldwin's not going to be honest about that. We know that just from the way they wrote the Franks memo. It's like all these white lies. White lies with a dash of embellishment. That there is zero evidence found in the investigation that Ron Logan and Keegan-Kline knew each other or shared or exchanged CSAM. And just to clear this up, just because they can't prove it doesn't mean that he's telling the truth, right? But you definitely can't believe this guy, especially if he's been reaching out to other prosecutors and trying to help them in cases that he has nothing to do with. You know, he's just a jailhouse snitch looking to reduce his time and, you know, change his daily schedule if possible. That there is zero evidence found in the investigation that Ron Logan and Keegan-Kline knew each other or shared or exchanged child pornography. Once again, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen, right? He's not Slick Nick is not calling Ricci a liar. He's just saying there's nothing I can do with this. You know, it's worthless. He's telling us right here that there is zero evidence. Am I supposed to just take a jailhouse snitch's word for it? Hell no. 16, that the state was able to obtain recent communications between Keegan-Kline and various civilians, where Keegan-Kline denies the allegations set out by Ricci Davis, herein attached as State Exhibit 4. And we're going to read that letter. I don't know, Sean. I don't know. I have the feeling that killers are getting away with murder constantly. I think people that are going to prison now are taking the full blunt of the blame, knowing that others are involved. You know, maybe hired people that hired them. You know, scheming on somebody else, a hired hit, love interests. You know, they don't want to get the other person involved, so they just, I did it alone. But I think there's a lot of people out here that have committed crimes with people who have been convicted, and law enforcement never knew about them, never knew that they were involved. Yeah. Adrenaline. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a street fight, but man, adrenaline starts. Hey, what's up, Jinx? Sean, can I have $20? I'll tell you all the answers to any crime. Yeah, bro. If you send Jinx $20 right now, she'll tell you what Ricci told her. It'll blow your fucking mind. According to my original video, he is 5'6", and Jennifer Auger confirmed that in a recent interview. Yeah, he looks about 5'6". I just remember seeing that bridge guy video for the first time and going, man, that's a short dude. I was like, that's what happens with my pants, you know, little chicken legs, all upper body, shoulders, and the way the angle of the camera is. So even right now, he looks short in the video. So imagine if they were just filming him straight on. There'd be no question about it. So the fact that people think he's as tall as Ron Logan right now, with the camera angle being from low pointing upward, I guess people's minds can't grasp that or something. CJK says Abby was pulled back maybe 2 feet. Yeah, he needed to conceal her. That's why the sticks were put on. They were all put on one side of the bodies, and that was the private drive side. So we're going to put them behind the largest tree that I can find, not because we're doing a ritual, because I'm paranoid about that private drive. That's why I'm running. That's why I wasn't able to sexually assault the girls. That's why I'm terrified right now. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing at the crime scene, because I'm paranoid about what's going on that private drive. And the sticks, they weren't there to conceal the girls for some kind of search later. They were just simply there to the sticks were there to conceal them from view of the private drive, in my opinion. Yeah, 5'6" in hiking boots, maybe. The dude has like size 6 shoes. Maybe he's more petite than Jinx as well. Sleuth, didn't you get the memo? You can tip the locos. I mean, local coffee shop server $20 for solving all. I mean, that makes sense. Take my money. I must know, was Keegan Kline involved? Please tell me I was right. I want to be so right. I think alone, I got paid and split money with the tipster. Welcome in, Mustang. We'll continue reading here in a second. How you doing? Oh, that's funny. Hey, bad actors, what up? What is up? Delulu. I don't know if they're talking about Tom Webster here or if they're talking about the murder sheet. Because in the text message it says we. So I don't know. I don't know if Tom was talking about the royal we. Okay, that the state was able to obtain recent communication between Keegan-Kline and various civilians. Oh, so this must be multiple. Where Keegan-Kline denies the allegations set out by Ricci Davis, herein attached as State's Exhibit 4. And we'll look at that too. So we're going to look at these text messages and two of the letters that Ricci actually sent. And in these letters, he's actually says that Richard Allen is responsible. I mean, Baldwin, what are you doing, man? What are you up to? It's a bold strategy. Okay, that further in these text communications, Keegan-Kline states that Ricci Davis is an idiot. That doesn't mean that's how Keegan-Kline really feels. You know, maybe he's lying. I've only talked to him maybe 2 times. He's one of those guys in prison that tries to write all different prosecutors and get time cut on people's case. It's laughable. Keegan reiterates this point in several of his responses that he texts. And apparently Nick followed up on that information and proved it to be true. And that's what I said to you guys early on. Like, I really don't know what to do with this information. You have to investigate it. Baldwin doesn't care about that. He knows that this, his little cult out there who worship at the feet of Richard Allen, you know, they call him Ricky Bay. He knows they're going to slop it all up. It's soup. It's cult soup with a little bit of bread. That as the court can see from State's Exhibit 1, Ricci Davis did send several other letters out to other attorneys, which adds credence to the statements that Keegan-Kline made about Ricci Davis's behavior. Boom. See, that's all you have to do is a quick little sleuthing, and you can debunk everything that Richard Allen's attorneys have ever said. And that's what we did with the Franks memo. We did it quick. We did it. We were so quick on that. They fucking hate us. I guarantee they hate me. Good. Ricci Davis did send several other letters out to other attorneys, which adds credence to the statements that Keegan-Kline made about Ricci Davis's behavior. The attorney Andrew Baldwin could have requested this information from the Department of Corrections to verify or debunk. Now, why would he want to do that? Ricci Davis's statements before he made his filing, but chose to file the motion without verifying the allegations. No way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Just like that. Pretty in Arizona. Let's go to Cryptex. KK's confession is inconvenient for both sides because it connects KK to Allen. Bad for pro Allen's as it makes Allen guilty. Bad for pro state side as it makes that Allen didn't act alone. Well, the only reason that they don't believe that Richard Allen acted alone, but they didn't have any evidence. So therefore, there's no reason to even go down that road. To get to our goal of a conviction and proving that Richard Allen is the bridge guy, they don't need Keegan-Kline. But we all know that they believe that they're connected. They just can't prove it. But if they have proof, you better believe they're going to go ahead and come out and tell us how badly they wanted us to know they wanted that connection. Pooh says, Baldwin's rebuttal will be that prosecutors are lying to further the cover up. I don't know. This is kind of a knockout blow. Like right now, they're giving him the 10 count, and it's like they're on 9 right now. And he's probably going to get up, but he's going to be a little bit wobbly. And the referee's going to be like, nope, you've had enough, buddy. Live to fight another day. What's up, Jay Wright? Boy's name, it wasn't super common for a girl. I don't think so, bad actors. I think Keegan-Kline got so many years because he's a piece of shit without being involved in the Delphi case. You really can't negotiate with other victims' justice. If he's not connected with the Delphi murders, he deserves the time that he young girls. Absolutely. I'm going to make a statement out of him. Okay. That attorney Andrew Baldwin, by his own admission, interviewed Ricci Davis on March 27th, 2024. That attorney Andrew Baldwin had every opportunity before trial to depose Ricci Davis and had every opportunity to call him as a witness at any hearing or at the trial and chose not to. Well, yeah, why are you going to call a guy up who has letters written stating that he has evidence against your client? Why you're doing it now, it baffles me. In fact, from James Winter's statements to this office, Andrew Baldwin had in fact subpoenaed Ricci Davis to testify at the trial for Richard Allen. Yeah, we knew that. The attorney Andrew Baldwin now wants to present these statements from Ricci Davis as irrefutable proof without any evidence to back up the statements. He would never do such a thing. Not the defense daddy. It's unheard of. That Ricci Davis's statements to attorney Andrew Baldwin do not match the statements that he made in the letters he sent to the state. In those letters, he does not say Richard Allen is innocent or not involved. Quite the opposite. Richard Allen participated in the murders and is guilty. That evidence that contains allegations that the defendant is guilty with no proof of those allegations is not exculpatory evidence, and therefore does not have to be turned over to the defense. That there is not a video interview of Ricci Davis that exists within Discord is that even if this was evidence the defense wished to use at trial, it was not newly discovered evidence. The defense knew of Ricci Davis, had interviewed him, had subpoenaed him for trial, and chose not to present the evidence to court. Hello. Further, as state has mentioned in previous responses, any information pertaining to Ron Logan or Keegan-Kline falls under the state's motion in limine concerning third-party motive. The defense had 3 days to present evidence to meet their burden for third-party motive. They mentioned Ron Logan but failed to meet their burden with the court. Yeah, maybe they were afraid that Richard Allen really was, conspiring to commit this crime with Keegan-Kline and Ron Logan. Maybe they were afraid that if they went after Keegan-Kline and the whole Ron Logan angle, that it would, bury their client, that it would further prove the state's case. They chose not to present this evidence in that hearing. They also did not present this evidence when they renewed their motion during the trial. This now seems to be an effort by the defense to use this motion to circumvent their burden concerning third-party motive. That none of the evidence that the state has gathered from Ricci Davis is exculpatory, nor is it discovery. that this motion seems yet another attempt by attorney Andrew Baldwin to push certain narrative to public, specifically the online world. He seems to file these types of motions with very bold allegations that he neither verifies the information nor does he present any evidence to back it. Yeah, that's his MO. Absolutely. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Anthony. Yeah, I saw one. She actually cried. Richard Allen. Some people. Hey, Pitbull Mom, what up? Up, Scrub Report 79. Damn, the like button there, dude. That this motion seems yet another attempt. That is unfortunate that motions by the defense in this case have come to the point where they present statements from an inmate as fact without any legal or evidentiary support. So let's go into these are the text messages, I think, from multiple, probably YouTubers. I'm going to say Tom Webster and the Murder Sheet, if I had to guess. So I don't know. It looks like somebody's sending him money, maybe. Here's 10. I'll send the other 4 separately. Unless this is all Keegan-Kline. This might be all Keegan. Yep. I don't know why they included this. Here's 10. I'll send the other 4 separately. Here's the rest. We wanted to reach out to you to see if you had heard about the most recent filing in the Richard Allen case. One of Allen's trial attorneys claims that he spoke with Ricci Davis and that Ricci Davis talked to him about you. So this is somebody saying we, and they're reaching out to Keegan-Kline. The we part makes me think of the Murder Sheet. According to David, made comments to him indicating that you were involved in the murders, that Ronald Logan was too, and that you had info only the killers would know. Do you have any comment on any of this? Hi, Kagan. I'm not sure if you are. This looks like Tom. You know, Tom teaches me where I need to put the commas. Hi, Kagan. I'm not sure if you are talking to anyone who keeps you updated about when you are being mentioned in legal filings, but on February 14th, Richard Allen's defense attorney, Andrew Baldwin, filed a motion that referenced you being involved in the Delphi murders. February 12th, 2025, Baldwin met with Ricci Davis, who previously talked about Ron Logan confessing to him. Davis told Baldwin he met both Keegan-Kline and Ron Logan at Newcastle. Logan confessed to being involved in the Delphi murders with 2 other people, but never said who they were. Although he revealed details only the killer would know, March 2024, KK was placed near Davis, and KK asked if Logan mentioned KK's name. And Davis began to realize KK may have been one of the other 2 killers. KK revealed details of the murders that corroborated details Logan told Davis that only the killers would know. These conversations continued until Richard Allen was found guilty in November 2025. The KK told Davis he was relieved he would no longer be a suspect. KK told Davis that Richard Allen was not the 3rd killer, and Allen was not involved in the murders of Abby and Libby. KK told Davis he knew Ron Logan from the trading CSAM and sharing burner phones, and would meet every 3 to 6 months to show Logan how to use the phones. That's it. Baldwin filed the motion because he said Allen's defense never received 8 letters Ricci Davis said he sent to Nick McClellan, or videotaped police interviews of Davis, and that the defense could have used that information to show that Ron Logan and you were involved in the murders and Richard Allen is innocent. Is this stuff true? How would you describe Ricci Davis? Is he unreliable, making stuff up? Apparently, he took a polygraph about what he said Ron Logan confessed to and failed miserably. Some of the details were included in a court filing and did not match up to the case crime scene facts. Thanks. Yeah, so if I had to guess, we're looking at the murder sheet and Big Tom. Big Tom, the food critic. I'm not sure what any of this is. It's pretty much all redacted. Jill Denman, attorney. That must be the attorney for Ricci. Filed 2025. What's up, Bear Jew? Anthony says, I would never try to go after somebody and make threats and call their work, etc. I don't know why people threaten me. I just voice my opinion politely. Yeah, people are very strange, Anthony. They get angry. They get angry when you don't agree with them. Their fragile little world is fractured by it for whatever reason. They can't stand alone. It's kind of sad. He's just a little guy. Okay, letter 1. The top, it's titled Delphi Murders. Information on Keegan-Kline and Richard. See, I told you. I've been telling this from the beginning. Richard Allen and Keegan-Kline. That's how they act, right? I don't believe a fucking word this guy says. Is it interesting? Yes. Do I know he's lying? Absolutely not. Is he most likely lying? Yeah. Yep. Nick kind of showed us why. This guy has an MO. And Baldwin didn't take one moment of his time to investigate further. He cherry-picked it just like he did everything in the Franks memo. And he didn't care about proving it in a court of law, if it was acceptable during trial. He didn't care about any of that. His whole goal was to release it to the public. That's it. My name is Ricci Davis, number 114393. I am incarcerated at the Newcastle Correctional. I wasn't comfortable writing for fear of not being taken serious. See, so he's trying to foreshadow right here. However, this has to be heard. There are several aspects that at first may seem all over the place. However, if I don't explain it all, you'll get confused. So forgive me. I'll do my best here. Back some years ago, a man named Ron Logan came here to Newcastle. I daily conversated with him, and a lot of things he opened up about made my ex-girlfriend contact the FBI trying to do the right thing. What he means to say is that he manipulated his girlfriend to call the FBI so that he can try to get some time off or get an interview, right? They pull him out of jail. He gets to go sit with these law enforcement officers and hang out with these guys for a couple of hours. Fast forward, and something now today. There also has been another guy who was transferred here from another prison back in early March 2019 by the name of Keegan-Kline. For the last 6 months, he seemed to need a friend and quickly very curiously, I don't know what that word is. Recklessly, very recklessly began to talk of beating, I'm assuming like beating the case. And glad it is Richard Allen who is catched up, however, he would run his mouth. No, no, I am in protective custody with 98% child molesters, and trust me, the people speak and brag on their cases as if it's cool, as if it's a cool thing. I am here on drug charges. However, Keegan-Kline assumed I must have a sex case and began talking, and I slowly took information as he opened to build trust with me. Oddly, since an earlier report by my ex-girlfriend was made regarding Mr. Logan, out of nowhere, this lawyer pops up to visit me, Richard Allen's lawyer, Baldwin, or something, wanting to know if I would come testify on Richard Allen's behalf regarding Logan. I told him no, because I already planned on contacting you, knowing the information to do with Kline. I never told him about Kline because the information. Plot twist. Keegan-Kline and Ron Logan, although he has now passed, as you know, I will now explain what Kline has told me, and I'll share the evidence he informed me of. So you see, I'm doing this in good faith. Sure you are, buddy. Keegan told me him and his dad were working a hustle from this back page. See, this fits into the narrative and my theory, you know? So I should be all over this, right? I should have been like, I told you so. But we just can't believe this guy. Can't believe a fucking word he says. But it could be true. I mean, that's my theory right there. A hustle from his back page. Making big money from child images. That shit makes sense to me. Every 6 months, they bought burner phones for clients, and Richard Allen and Logan were two of them, and received new phones from Keegan. From what I was told, they'd done a lot of trading too. I am told they all had their hands in this murder, and feel relieved someone has fall for who isn't going to talk. This Allen guy sold a firearm to Keegan for these burner phones he supplied. Keegan somehow had the Abbey girl victim take pictures of herself and traded them between the three. Allen, Keegan, Logan, Richard Allen set up meeting the girls with Keegan. However, they met at Logan's home drinking. And what's that? Logan and Keegan met with the girls as Allen was at the farm. Keegan had the firearm and Logan had a carpet knife to scare the girls. They walked the girls back to the house. Let's see where we at. Back to the house where Allen waited. I was unsure about the story being a lot of details. However, two pretended maybe yourself so you can weigh the information out. He informed me him and Allen moved the bodies 3 times and they were not killed where the girls were found. He said they staged the scene, whatever that means. The youngest girl was kept alive longer, and Allen didn't want to kill her, but Keegan made him because it was too late. He said they all got nervous, leaving town on their own, in their own cars, out to Lafayette to get rid of evidence. I honestly don't see him making all this up. However, if it appears he did for some sick reason, just dismiss this letter. If by chance it seems to meet the evidence you are dealing with, you are welcome to come speak with me, right? See, this is the goal right here. Notice how he hides it in there. You know, he wrapped it up like a Christmas present. Thanks, Miss Dog Lover. Please come speak with me. Please. To be honest, I'm only comfortable speaking with you for the moment. Please understand, as the snitch label is real in prison. However, I will talk to you for the time being. So he only wants to talk to the prosecutor because that's the only one who can help him out. Baldwin can't do anything for him. Baldwin can't offer him a deal. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is pretty much it. So we'll hang out for another 10 minutes. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Yep. Makes you wonder about the other people that were locked up with Keegan-Kline. Know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean. Where are you going this weekend? I am going to my grandmother's memorial. Hey, Presence. Yeah, something's not right, you know, and I'm not here to call Ricci Davis a liar. I'm just here to say that the facts tell us that he may not be telling the truth. He may be motivated to be lying. Here, let's try that. Maybe if I stop sharing. Yeah. From my hotel. Probably, I'm sure the girls will be passed out by 8 o'clock. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. Thank you, Miranda. Appreciate that. Thank you, Pitbull. Beth, I think according to what the information is telling us, it's because he's a snitch. Either that or somebody tickled his booty hole. But if I had to guess, it's because of his gang activity. He probably wants to leave the gang, or they're after and whatnot. Thanks, Crip. That's okay, Miranda. You don't have to like anything that goes on here. This is my new office, so this is that's what my wall looked like in my office. Can't please everybody all the time. And complaining is definitely a pet peeve of mine. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he got shunned from his little gang. Gang affiliated. Or you can just ignore it. About the fact that the wounds look different. So I mean, the things that he's saying are very interesting, and I'm not calling him a liar by any mean, by any means. But he's definitely motivated to lie. He's done it before. No reason to believe him. If only he could provide some proof. Yeah, and that's a carpet knife. Carpet knife is the same thing as a box cutter. Absolutely. No, you're basically telling me you think my studio looks like shit. Hey, by all means, if you want to send me some bookshelves and all kinds of stuff, go for it. But I definitely, it's not fun for somebody to be like, hey, your studio looks like shit now. It's like, oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Just giving you a hard time, but just saying. All right, guys, we're almost at the 1:30 mark. Is there anything else you guys want to add? I'm pulling a Baldwin on you. You say you don't like my hat rack, and I'm going to say that you said that you hate the whole studio and my face. Yeah, that's positive. I like positivity. What's up, Paradox? Still want to go to jail, need advice. You could go downtown, go into the middle of traffic, and maybe, I don't know, swing a sword around. I don't know, you might get shot. I don't know, maybe do some property damage. You go to jail. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. I think Paradox did. If I had to guess, he did. All right, guys, that is all my time. And Miranda's going to send me a bookshelf so I can put all my hats on there. What the fuck? Crazy. Think somebody might be hacking me. I ain't going to find nothing, so good luck. Good luck with that. Thank you, Miranda. Charles, we'll see you later. Paradox, it was good to see you momentarily. Beth, take care. J Ray, Peggy. Everybody else that I missed. Big shout out to Miss Dog Lover. Don't stay up too late. Cryptex, Delulu. Dick pics. I don't do dick pics. I'm married. Oh shit. Is that true, Jinx? Yeah. I mean, if we want to find answers, guess what? We got to go searching for them. So that may be a clue, right? These motherfuckers like to give half truths, kind of like Baldwin does. You know, but just half truths like a criminal. But yeah, thank you for that, Jinx. I'm going to follow up on that. I wish I wasn't so busy this weekend. But if you guys can find any information on this back page and how it may connect to Kagan-Kline, Richard Allen, shit, even Ron Logan, doesn't hurt to look, right? I did all that for nothing. I bypassed your firewall and everything just to find pictures of you at the church. Thank you, Presence. Peen and Vajij. Yeah, thanks, Jinx. Thanks for sending that. I left myself a little note here. D pics on a flip phone. Well, not anymore because Keegan-Kline got locked up. Every 6 months, you know, he'd bring a new phone with the D's and the Vajij. Copyright. All right, guys, that's all my time. If you need to go to get a hold of me for whatever reason, please just shoot me an email if you have any constructive criticism or any complaints. Send them to sleuthintuition@gmail.com. I'm going to try to go live while I'm out on the road. I'm sure I'll find some time at the hotel. So you guys be safe this weekend, and I'll see you soon. Leave a comment too. Replay crew, you know what to do. See you guys later.